What's up everyone, welcome to the Sport Update. My name is Giovanni, welcome to another video. This is going to be a World Cup qualifier match kind of review, analysis, and thoughts. Usually my football reviews are more a review of the whole game. I just wanted to really go into some analysis. I'll go over the game briefly, but don't expect any highlights if you're not used to it by now. I can't show any highlights for copyright, but hopefully you understand. This game didn't have too much meaning for Italy. Just being that they've already qualified. I believe they clinched first in their group. They're going to Brazil, which is going to be an awesome World Cup. Cannot wait for it. But, I mean, they remained unbeaten by this tie 2-2. Two consecutive ties of 2-2. One at Denmark and now in Italy at the San Paolo, which is awesome. My favorite team is Napoli. For those of you who are wondering, I'm of Italian background. Obviously, I'm American, but my background and family is Italian, so I cover both Italy and USA. And, you know, Italy played first. USA plays tonight. I'll make a video on that. So, getting into this game, I mean, Italy remains unbeaten, obviously, with a tie. But they started off pretty bad in the first 20 minutes or so. I mean, the defense was kind of shaky. The score for Armenia in the 4th minute was Montolivo. Hopefully I said that right. Their names are kind of hard to pronounce. But, yeah, he scored the goal 4th minute or so. Astori made a huge error. I mean, he made 2 in a row. The first one did not score. The second one, it did. And, you know, Marchetti couldn't have anything to do about it. He could have made a save, but, I mean, really, it's on the defensive part. It just kind of made me realize that without Chiellini and Barzagli, we're not as solid as, you know, with them. Even though with them, we're still a little shaky sometimes. They still make mistakes, but Barzagli and Chiellini, if they put Bonucci with them and maybe, you know, Maggio on the right, on the left, they have Pasquale. They have, you know, Abate as well. They can also put De Rossi as a center back sometimes. They also put him as a center defensive mid kind of guy. So, really, I think that's where we're more solid, even though we're so shaky at times. But, you know, Italy was just, you know, a little shaky in the beginning. But they ended up tying in the 23rd minute. Florenzi with a header. A beautiful run by Florenzi, and Insigne saw him, lifted the ball over the defense with a great assist, and he scored past, Florenzi scored past the goalie of Armenia. I mean, Insigne, man, he's one of my favorite players just because, you know, I watch Napoli, so I know how he is, but I hope he gets a big role in this Italy team. He plays so well for them today. He hit the post once. He had 2 shots. He could have scored. You know, sometimes he also passed the ball instead of scoring. You know, he's an assist guy. He doesn't always look to score, but I have a feeling, you know, after a while he wants to score for the crowd. They cheered him on every time he touched the ball, you know, at the Stadio San Paolo, which is awesome, and fans, great atmosphere. You know, and he had an assist. Like I said, he played tremendous. And I really hope in Brazil, when this World Cup goes on, he'll have a big part. Florenzi and him were part of the under-21 team, so they're used to each other, as they said in the interviews. Insigne's a funny guy, but you know, they have chemistry. Both of them coming up from the under-21 team, and you know, it's panning out well for them, and they're going to be big parts of the team. Florenzi's having a great season for Roma, so hopefully they continue. But yeah, going to the halftime, where it's still tied. From the 20th minute on, from when Florenzi scored, Italy was much better. Pressing on, like I said, Insigne had a few chances. You know, Pirlo was doing his job in the midfield again. Florenzi was getting on the action. Osvaldo also, because Armenia's defense was, you know, they were able to poke chances away from him, but he also could have scored a few times. He was also trying to look for an assist to Insigne. He made an error a little bit, you know, a few times, but he could have scored. But nonetheless, he played a great game as well. You know, he's going to be he's a good striker. Honestly, he is. And I think he's going to score some goals for Italy as time goes on. I think this was the last game for them. Yes, this was, I believe, the 10th qualifying match, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I'm not. But if I am, you just correct me. But yeah, going into the second half, then the 69th minute, Mkhitaryan scores a goal, which shouldn't have been a goal. It looks like a foul when he jumped over. I believe it was Montolivo. It could have been a goal. Well, it was a goal. It was called a goal, but it could have been a foul. But nonetheless, you know, he's a great player from Brazil Dortmund. He's a good talent, attacking midfielder. He can also play up front, you know, center forward. And, you know, he's going to be a good player for them. He is a good player for them. But he scored, making it 2-1. But then 5 minutes later, Balotelli scores a great goal. Assist from Pirlo. He turns around and shoots it in. Balotelli, you know, when he's not throwing temper tantrums, he's a great talent, and he's going to score goals. And, you know, he played the second half because lately he's had a fever, I believe. He's just been sick. But in the second half, he showed why he can be the main guy. He will be the main striker for Italy. You know, unless Di Natale comes and they put him in. Di Natale, he's getting older, but still a great player. And, you know, Balotelli showed why he's been the main guy for the last year or so, and at the confederations and things like that. But yeah, he came on. He had a free kick that was saved. At the end, he almost scored again. He was unstoppable at that last drive. I mean, he just ran past the whole defense. So 2-2 tie is not bad. At least they tied and they've remained unbeaten. What I take out of this game is that we need a better defense. I mean, it's always like that for Italy. It's just the shakiness of the defense. Offense is sometimes inconsistent, but I think if Insigne gets that spot, he can play well. But Candreva, who came on later, he's also very good. Candreva, I love Candreva. He's been so good for them. El Shaarawy, when he's healthy, he's going to be a good player. We have good defenders, young defenders. Ogbonna in the future, he's going to be awesome for Italy. And Armenia just has to keep doing what they're doing. They're a pesky team, honestly. I mean, they showed that they can hang around. Italy's a pretty good team. Some players don't have the experience, but they can get it as time goes on. But really, that's what I take out of this. I think we really do need Barzagli and Chiellini healthy, and back there, De Rossi, obviously, he's gonna be healthy. He's gonna be ready for Brazil. We need him. And Giuseppe Rossi as well. He's a good striker and center forward. He can play attacking midfield. He's also good. He's actually born here in America, but switched to Italian national team international because of his parents. So, just fun fact for you guys that didn't know that. But he's a good young player. When he's healthy, he's been injured so much the past few years, but when he's healthy, like for this year for Fiorentina, he's been playing well. So what I take out of this game is we need to play the younger players a little bit more to get more experience. Obviously, in the World Cup, we might not be able to take that chance, but I think Insigne is ready to step up. So is Florenzi, and I think the defense, like I said, it should be about there. Maggio on the right. We should have Chiellini, Bonucci, and Barzagli, I think, in my opinion. And Buffon, obviously, this might be his last one. It should be his last one, and Pirlo, as well as retiring after this. It would be awesome if Totti comes back one more time, but I don't know if he is, but he's really in form. He's in good shape, and he's playing well. But yeah, I'm sorry for rambling on. This is, a tie. 2-2, not bad for Italy, not bad for Armenia. I mean, I'm not sure if Armenia is qualified, but Italy is on their way through. They've clinched first place, and yeah, that's all I wanted to say in this video. Just go over really quick, give you my analysis. I really see Italy is a growing team. I think we're going to be there in a few years. I think we can be a contender. You never know what happens. In 2006, Italy was not supposed to win, but it depends. I mean, Germany is great. Spain, Netherlands, they're always up there as top teams. So we'll see where it goes from here. Friendlies, I'll cover them as well, but USA tonight. Please leave a like on this video. Leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. It'd be awesome. Thanks for all the support, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.